John, years for me to understand what you heard in the music. What came through blue light, haze of a bamboo pipe, ganja rolled like the second coming. I heard you, John. The favorite things, a voice that can only hear itself talking in empty rooms. I wonder, John, did the others hear, know the music, feel the sheets, the sound, a love supreme? What we cannot say to each other, John, you said in music. No easy solutions. Forever the challenge to feel steam our lives as fire. To see notes, walls that come rising out of darkness. Is that why you left at 40, John? No one to hear. Those notes, ripples, fingerprints you left on roads others would dare not travel. Tell me, John, did Alice hear? Could she see? Tell what you heard? Did the kids hear? Or was your only friend the music, the dark, sounds you heard in your head in hard places your soul flew in small hours, days of judgment and death? Tell me, John, I hear the music. I need to know.
It is the smallest things, simplest of things that move us, change us forever. A smile, a hug, a handwritten note, or the lack of. An unexpected tear, near-death visions, or death crumpled in our arms. The witnessing a birth, a child's infectious laughter, the skylark's metallic song, a child's eyes, a person deep in prayer, a hummingbird standing still mid-air, wings beating 100 times a second. Are you there? A bomb exploding, the sounds of sirens, the flash of dark blue, gunshots with a name, the weeping sobs of a child. A book, page torn, battered, words written in fury, art composed without design. The intricate weavings of this journey are threaded together by random acts of awakening. And until everyone wakes up, we will continue to tell you of these things, both the beautiful and the dreadful, hoping that you too will become awoke and help us. Yours truly, the children.
Fear Nukes, 1953, duck, cover, crawl under your desk, the same desk where you carve your name and have to stay after school for a week, sanding it by hand under the teacher's ice pick eye. Learn fear. Fear father. When your father comes home, Mommy, will Daddy be in a good mood? You understand why I must punish you, that this hurts me more than you. Daddy, please. Love fear. Fear God. He sees you, knows when you cheat, when you touch yourself, when you think your dirty little thoughts about Susie. He's a bit like Santa Claus, only real, and he can make you go to hell. Worship fear. Fear acne. Fear wearing dumb shoes, cliques, being left out, getting turned down for dates, for a part in the play, being the last one chosen for softball or soccer. Fear showing you care. Fear yourself. Fear sex. Fear girls, fear women, fear boys, fear hairy palms, syphilis, wet dreams, not knowing how to undo a bra, sweaty hands, coming too soon, not coming. Fear desire. Fear getting a job, fear losing it, not knowing the right word, saying the wrong thing, gossip and office intrigue, drug tests, the boss. Fear candor, fear secrecy, fear everyone. Fear aging, fear skin growing slack, joints getting stiff, eyes weak, desire limp, thought thick, memory thin, fear nothing to do, fear loneliness, fear.
Mama often told us a story about a family that lived near her during the Great Depression. She was a child like me when I first heard it. Our front doors were never locked growing up, Mama said, every time there was a burglary, break-in, or when we ate chicken for dinner. He stole a chicken to feed his family. Everyone was poor. We all were, if only he asked. We always shared what little we had. They arrested him, put him in jail for years. It wasn't right for stealing one chicken. Back then, immigrants could not stand up for thieves or speak on their behalf if they were in custody. Interference meant arrest. She did not mention his name, nor what became of him or his family, though we asked every time. I haven't eaten chicken in more than 50 years. We bolt our doors day and night. The car in the driveway has an alarm. What would it take to feel safe enough? It seems we will never embrace what is mine is yours, what is yours is ours. I unlock my house today, open the front and back doors, pull aside the curtains, and throw open the windows, allowing fresh air to cleanse in a complex world.
So I write these poems to raise political and spiritual consciousness and to help encourage critical thought. This poem, dedicated to the encouragement of critical thought, is called Systems. Most of them that want to change the system just want to replace it with another system. But oppression is systemic from systems and synonymous with systems, so systems cannot be the solution for overcoming the system. But whenever profit is the motivation for life, systems lull us to systemic sleep. We be dreaming about profit. Meanwhile, most of us be profit. Stuck in a system waiting to change into another system when it's systems that be killing us in the first place. As we continue in the rat race, not realizing that the universe is a non-profit agency. So I write this poem in reverse, redefining order. Cause order is what got us in this fix to begin with, especially when order is based on who owns everything. Considering Mother Nature left us here owning only the air we breathe. Now the tax man cometh with air meters. Pay up or they'll cut your shit off without notice. Life by the kilometer. Happiness is rent control in Harlem, but the homeless have only sunshine to celebrate. Men of no property, or in the Sudan where people are property. So perspective stands on the unemployment line, hands stuck out for discontinued welfare, as life and death goes on in this land of the free, where everything's for sale and mere existence is only a commodity. Systems.
Sister, liberation means a different thing to me, and because I'm sick and tired of being misrepresented in your studies, let me explain something to you. I work, I cook, I iron, I make brown rice and chicken soup, but I am not an earth mother, not a virgin, not a whore. No Madonna, no Lolita, no hot tamale, and I'm incapable of enduring all suffering in self-sacrificing silence. But when I come home, all shattered by the world, I ask for gifts. Back rubs, hot oil, kisses, and a tub filled to the rim with warm water. Sister, when he comes home, after fending off the noxious, fuming word deeds of your world, I give those gifts right back to him without waiting to be asked. Sister, liberation means a different thing to me. You see, I love beer, power tools, playing ball, and climbing trees, and because motherhood is sacred, I chose to do it only once. Para una muestra, un botón, we would say at home, of stuff we'd only do once. Sister, liberation means a different thing to me. When people ask me how I'm doing, I answer, en la lucha, engaged in the struggle. And when I say goodbye in writing, I pen, hasta la victoria siempre, until victory always. Like a growing snake, I've shed many skins. I trail bark shadows like strangler trees, but those are minute things. The fundamental struggle lies in nurturing endurance. I need it to survive. Sister, I hear you call me submissive, whispering behind my back between your clenched teeth into your cupped hand, and I read the exchange of looks between you and your sisters. And because I am not God, I do not forgive nor forget. Why do you not understand liberation means a different thing to me? How you differently mistake my innate politeness for a lack of an informed opinion to dismiss the knowledge lurking behind my eyes. But let me explain something to you, okay? A feminist liberating consciousness is my inheritance. It's in my blood. It lives in me since I learned about it in Miss Gonzalez's third grade class way back in Canóvanas, Puerto Rico. Ah, sister, let me ask you something. Where were you in 1514? Huh? Where were you when Taino, Casica, Yuisa, and her women from Loaiza, Canóvanas, Rio Grande, Fajardo, Luquillo, Vieques, and Culebra fiercely resisted the Spanish conquistadores' imperialist sexual advances? Were you on September 23, 1868, when Mariana Bracetti embroidered the Puerto Rican flag to be hoisted at the proclamation of the newly born republic? Our baby republic, fighting the imposed breastfeeding and the title last colony in the civilized world, untrained to breathe lead, died that week, but lived on the consciousness of the people as El Grito de Lares uprising. Where were you? Where were you? And where were you when twice deported poet, militant, revolutionary Lola Rodriguez de Tio penned the national Puerto Rican anthem, La Borinqueña? Huh? And where were you in 1904 when Luisa Capetillo pulled on her gentleman's suit and rode her horse at breakneck speed through dusty, quiet towns, then dismounted long enough to write a feminist manifesto? Sister, again, let me ask you one more thing. Did you ever hear it said that colonization fosters a sense of ownership and justification of superiority? Well, perhaps I should explain it in a different language. Hell, when we bring our bruised egos home, the external war-torn environment and the state of siege of our inner reality connect. Sister, do you now see how liberation means a different thing to me?
Beyond the evergreen, the settler is very mean. The olive tree glimpsed the oblivious coming, carrying a tank of petrol and an M16 hanging from his shoulder. Branches started waving hurriedly. Then the olives joined in, screaming like a chorus in a symphony. Call our owners, call our owners. But no one comes, wonder why. Is it because the soldiers are busy sniping the farmers in the harvest? The tree started yelling at the man, "Get out of my existence. Every time you come, I know I'm gone. Stop killing my babies. Stop suffocating my insides. Stop your savageness." Emmett Till lynched in 1955, way down near Selma, Alabama. Ali on the grill, the settler taunted, burned in Juma, West Bank, Palestine in 2015. Mississippi still.
If I could catch a bullet between my teeth, I would send it back to the place from which it originated, where people believe we came to wreck rather than rectify, grab rather than grace. We are a kidnapped nation, abused, robbed, raped, tossed aside, then forgotten. That is, until we remind we are still here. Not as ghosts of those you will not see, but flesh in the sun, moon, night, and day of life over death. We are still here. If I could, I would catch a bullet between my teeth. For every person who believed we were burdens on a system that vilified other nations for its own gain. For everyone who believes we should go back to where we came from in order to shut their eyes and ignore, deny, decry, and disappear the shame of their crimes against Black humanity birthed here. If I could catch a bullet between my teeth, I would use it to graze the hearts of all the hardened and practiced racists who have taught their generations to continue sowing seeds of hatred, brutalization, and murder against a nation that built this nation in blood. I would use it to eliminate the ease by which they can offend and defend words and preconceived notions that accelerate the death tolls for those of higher melanin count. If I could catch a bullet between my teeth for every man, woman, or child who suffered for a happenstance of birth, who learned to cower in the day and night, crouch for their very lives, face down in the shame of self-hatred, a shame they are so black and blue. I would shoot arrogance and superiority of birth between its rocky legs to castrate the beast in all its glory. If I could catch a bullet between my teeth, I would use its power to honor my ancestors and tell them that their sacrifices were not an abject failure, that their spirits still toil from the mantle of hope, that their memories still inflame and drive the thought of freedom yet to be attained in a land that is stubborn and proud of its misdeeds, but will soon topple as the proverbial baton has passed to the strong and determined young hands breathing and striving to live the dream. If only I could catch a bullet.
Back in 2016, when I was active in the campaign to free Oscar Lopez Rivera, somebody handed me a catalog of an art exhibit with work by Oscar and Carlos Alberto Torres. One of the pictures in that book, I'm holding it up here, is also on page 36 of your program, inspired this poem, which I want to share with you. It's called A Conspiracy of Flowers. You did not have to send me flowers, Oscar. You have given us so much time, after all, enough to assure me of your love. 26 years on that day, the artwork was hung from the gallery's walls, 35 by now, and counting still. You did not have to send me flowers, Oscar. I am sure it isn't easy to find them there where they keep you locked away, though perhaps not quite so difficult for one who truly understands the flowers when they speak to us. Che once spoke of love in words that have echoed ever since in so many hearts. Your great feelings echo too through these portraits of Mita at her sewing machine, of Filiberto, Sofia, Frida, Julia, of Che himself, joined by another, although nameless, gringo's nemesis, of corn vendors in their market square, of a deer drinking from its river, of a bowl filled with mangoes, or a vase with flowers. You did not have to send the flowers, Oscar. I would still have known how much you love me, enough to dedicate a lifetime to our great conspiracy of flowers. And so I offer you these lines, my small effort to reciprocate your love. Someday, I predict, a new law will transform colonialist conspiracy into a crime punishable henceforth by 35 years in prison. And all who are thus sentenced will be compelled to appeal to you or to me or perhaps to our children for clemency. Allow me to express the hope that we will treat them with compassion when the time arrives, for such compassion best demonstrates all the truths we hold self-evident in our vast conspiracy of flowers. Long live the conspiracy of flowers, our wonderful conspiracy of artists, of poets, of musicians, of sisters and mothers and daughters, of sons and brothers, of fathers, of lovers and comrades who have fallen, and those who march on, even those yet to be born, because soon, perhaps only a day or three after you and I have joined the ancestors, they will be the ones who discover new ways to celebrate, aware that all the prison walls in all the world are not enough to hold back our glorious conspiracy. You did not have to send the flowers, Oscar. There was no need to send me flowers. Thank you.
I am of water, tears run down my cheek, carry in their wake sadness and regret. Drops on the window trickle away. I am of water, tears and I are kin. I am of water, was sired by a storm. It poured and howled on that fateful night, then I was born. It was vengeance from above. I am of water, the storm and I are kin. I am of water, the ocean is my mother. She sings an ancient lullaby, watchful of my slumber, as she has always done and will do forever. I am of water, the sea and I are kin. I am of water, the mighty clouds my father, white and muscular tumbling by. Mist conceals a warrior's cry, mist conceals a warrior's cry. I am am of water, the clouds and I are kin. A parched man walks for days to reach a wretched creek. A droplet in his throat moves him to speak and brings life to his eyes. A tear runs down his cheek. For many 1,000 years, women sing in bare an elixir that springs out of nowhere. Their voices crossing deserts to a parched man in despair. I am of water. My sister's so many lakes, rivaling the vanity of the moon and sun. My brother's raging rivers, forever on the run. I am of water, the source and I are kin. I am of water, small glass in my hand. Raise it to the light and it glistens teasingly. To my lips, the whole world enters me.